Diplomatic immunity, ride around till the wheels pop. Shouts out to my new spot, just wait till we drop. Same as back when.
What is up, everybody? It is your boy Fried. Thank you once again for tuning in. Today we're gonna be looking at a Drake style recording template. You know, I'm seeing lots of things to run through. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not. Let's get straight into it.
Diplomatic immunity, ride around till the wheels pop. Shouts out to my new spot, just wait till we drop. Same as back when we used to be friends, now it's big money on me. Yo, keep shit low key. Say it to my face, yes, you love me. Saw me in the club, I was sipping bubbly. Saw her at the club, she was looking lovely. Sundress, high heels, baby, come and love me.
Yeah, alrighty, so that's pretty much it. Obviously I sound nothing like Drake, but basically it's more of the sound and aesthetic, you know what I mean? Shout out Noah 40 because he's one of the best engineers in the game. So yeah, we'll pretty much be focusing on that kind of style of things. So not too much going on. Drake doesn't really do too much other than do one main kind of rap layer and then a singing layer, you know what I mean? Maybe some ad-libs on the main vocal track. A lot of the new wave guys like Famous Dex and whatnot, they kind of do that second layer. A Dexter, you know what I mean, almost talking to yourself, but it's a lot more basic. So we'll break it down. Obviously we are using the Untitled Autotune 8.1, but you could use any other Autotune really. It doesn't really matter. These are kind of the settings that I've chosen because you don't want it to sound too T-Painy, so kind of choosy, leaning more towards that. Retune speed, keep it around default, which is 20. You can kind of adjust the input type based on how deep or high your voice is. So yeah, not too much else going on there. Obviously remember to get the scale of this song. So yeah, pretty much over here we are doing, just a nice little roll off. Get rid of anything you don't like, obviously, and boost a bit of the highs, dip a bit of the mud. Really basic. You don't want to do too much. Let me just get rid of that. Alrighty, so yeah, and then we're doing a bit of expansion again. No, actually, we're not doing any expansion. Let's call that compress. Now, because we don't... Oh my, let's leave that there. Whatever. Obviously, we don't want to over compress the sound, so we're just going to do a really light ratio, vintage style kind of compression. Really easy, pretty fast attack. Kind of just catch everything before it gets too loud, just to hone it all in. Now the next obviously is we're doing this is multi-god style compression, as we've seemed to call it on this channel. It's really just multi-band compression, but we are compressing all of the bands. So let's just play it again and you can kind of hear.
Diplomatic immunity, ride around till the wheels pop. Shouts out to my new spot, just wait till we drop. Same as back when we used to be friends, now it's big money on me. Yo, keep shit low key. Say it to my face, yes, you love me. Saw me in the club, I was sipping bubbly.
You know what I mean? You really want to, what we're doing there is we're just taming the low end because we don't want that to get interrupted with the kick drum pattern, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're doing, you can copy these settings if you'd like, really just concentrating on the low end just to keep that kind of rumble, or not so much rumble, kind of this area. If I pull up an EQ, kind of just to tame that area going downwards, from let's say 500 or wherever we are. Okay, all the way from 2K downwards, because obviously that's how considered our low end there. So yeah, pretty much we're doing is 2 EQs, really simple stuff, just boosting and cutting where necessary. You don't want to boost too high, so you don't want to do anything like that. Drake's vocals are very much in the beat. That's kind of the hard thing to do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we're doing some kind of pull text style EQ just to get rid of the top end. That's how we kind of get the vocal to sit in amongst the beat. So if I just disable all these EQs, you can hear how different it sounds.
Community, ride around till the wheels pop. Shouts out to my new spot, just wait till we drop. Same as back when we used to be friends, now it's big money on me. Yo, keep shit low key. Say it to my face, yes, you love me.
And it almost sounds like we're compressing the vocals because we're really getting rid of what we don't, we're keeping what we like, you know what I mean? Now this is kind of the fun secret here. I can't really keep these plugins up too much. They seem to glitch my recording software, but they're very low in latency of as well as CPU. But we are doing a bit of excitation just to kind of hype up the high end a little bit. You don't want to do too much, but this analog is really helping with that kind of vintage vocal sound. So if I get rid of it,
community, ride around till the wheels pop. Shouts out to my new spot, just wait till we drop. Same as back when.
Kind of just rejuvenates the vocal, gives it that kind of vintage sound. And interestingly enough, just for fun fact, Noah 40, from what I understand, doesn't use too much outboard gear, so it's all digital, you know what I mean? So if you really tweak all these presets and, you know, all these settings correctly, you end up with a nice sound, you know what I mean? You don't just need outboard gear. Now here's the new style of de-essing that I've been doing lately, and I'll just let you see these meters quickly. Let's just play a different part.
Say it to my face, yes, you love me. Saw me in the club.
So if we just concentrate on that, saw me in the club.
Say it to my face, yes, you love me. Saw me in the club, I was sipping bubbly. Saw her at the club, she was looking lovely, son.
It's just really a safety net just to make sure nothing is kind of going crazy, you know what I mean? That's for those with really bright microphones and that type of stuff. Yeah, interesting enough here, this is not a necessity. You can find any other tape emulation plugin on the internet, but you know, I got this Abbey Roads by Waves, and it just sounds awesome because you've got all these options to kind of change the characteristic. You can even have a bit of, you know, listen to that, you know what I mean? It sounds like tape right there. You can kind of keep it right there just for, you know, 0.7, just for that aesthetic, you know what I'm saying? Not needed, but it does have a little sound to it. Now, this is interesting. If you can find this plugin, you're the man or the female. Now, this is the loudness wall maximizer, which I'm using instead of a normal limiter, and this really just warms up the vocal in some way. For those who decide to purchase this template, I'll leave a link to this, a Mediafire link or whatever. Screw it, everyone can get this. Yeah, it's really nice. It just
say it to my face, yes, you love me. Saw me in the club, I was sipping
it just amplifies it in a nice kind of analog way. Now on the beat, obviously now, the beat wasn't mixed too well. You know, I wish the beat was a bit stronger, but if you listen to the beat without any EQ and stuff, very safe, you know, that's really not Drake in them style. I wish I had a wider, big instrumental to show you, but you know, generally if you listen to Nothing Was the Same, everything is panned nice and wide, everything sounds really good, you know what I mean? So we can do this kind of stuff. No, not that, that's automated. I just need to bring that automation clip back. But yeah, you know, I don't think I'll keep the EQ in because this is very much just for this beat. Obviously, if you did this to a really well mixed beat, you would totally mess it up. But you can hear it now with the just has a lot more life, you know what I mean? Listen to that, it's very flat. The kick drums kind of like hurts you, but this just has that, you know. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Mastering, you know, just a bit of stereo enhancer, parallel compression with the fruity filter, which actually has a compression section in a way. Yeah, that's pretty much really it. You know, we're doing a lot of reverbs, delays. It's all kind of the same, just really basic stuff. Slap delay, you know, delay 2 again, just works. Delay, obviously, now that is an interesting one because where is our, you know, if I just kind of play a part,
we drop same as back when we used to.
You know what I mean? That really reminds me of that Drake style, and really we're just adding a chorus or a flanger into the delay, and it just gives it that kind of aeroplane sound, you know what I mean? That aesthetic, you know, vocal doublers with the filter, you know, all that type of stuff. Parallel compression, I always leave it like that. But yeah, you know, we got the sample as well, just the 6, because
to my face
6, and that's just going to the delay. You know, you can do a lot of cool stuff. That's really it. Obviously we've got this layer here as well.
Saw me in the club, I was sipping bubbly. Saw at the club,
but you know, that's really just up to you. That's just kind of a little bonus right there, Autotune, etc, etc. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can show you. You know what I'm saying? Drop a like if you enjoyed the video. If you learned anything, feel free to recommend any other artists you'd like to see a video on. I will try my best to get it. Purchase link for this in the description if you are interested in upping your sound quality. It is your boy Fry. Have a good one. Peace out.